Casting Swish. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Career, career. Good. This boy. Uy, sarap.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. For 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community, and the
Let's go, let's try this. Try.
Returning for season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're going to have interviews, community, game tips, competition, and so much more, including...
Clap your head, Brooklyn Nets! Sentro tayo dito mga bre. Shoot around. Ang natin Durant tsaka Kyrie Irving. And the Afro Show, Jared Allen. Yeah. Sentry yarn. Pinyo ang bola, mga ulol. Give me the ball. Yun. Pwede na. Tingnan natin.
We'll be back right after this. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Setting up for some terrific action tonight. The Philadelphia 76ers mixing it up against the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets have really been playing well lately. What a year they're having. They've run up the best record in the NBA with some absolutely flawless performances.
30 assists.
Fun team to watch over the first half of the season.
30 assists.
One thing we're seeing, Kenny, certain teams that started off hot are now falling by the wayside.
Man, that happens every year. This is nothing new. No surprise. Everyone does it. The league catches up to them at some point.
You know, after teams adjust to you, you have to adjust back. If you can't,
let's go.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA.
Natin lineup.
Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia
Enbiey
going up against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony. Chris Webber is here. Our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And with us tonight, basketball expert Bill Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
I'd like to say hi to all the people who traded for Anthony Davis in the GMO of this game to get him on their team when their real team couldn't pull it off.
Lalaki ng player ng Sixers ang puta.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. The fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, a lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again. Kevin, we all agree, he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And standing over 7 feet, weighing over 250 pounds, it's hard for Enbiey to avoid those injuries that plague so many big men, but he in particular seems good.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that all the seasons he missed was probably a red flag for that front. It's going to come down to conditioning and us reading a story in August one summer where it's like Joel Embiid has completely changed his body, stop drinking milkshakes, stop having 4 meals a day and all this stuff. He actually, I think, is underrated as a great player because if you look at the rim protection stats for him, he is as dominant defensively as he is offensively.
Wala nakalusot.
And he can affect the game even if he's carrying a lot of weight and not playing that well. I would love to see him in shape.
Let's go, let's go.
Starters for Brooklyn are at the 1 and 2. Shea is out there with Durant.
Nice,
and
nice.
Allen in at the 5, roaming the paint.
As is yarn.
The 76ers. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Tobias Harris is out
Uy,
there with
shit.
Aaron
Tanga
Baines.
nice. Okay, backward.
Enbiey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now.
31-6.
They tell a great story. Look at Philadelphia. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
Ayan na po. Mabagsik. Binigay kay Kyrie. Screen. Screen. Kyrie, bigla nag-fade away sa 3 points. Tugpas siya. Binababa na po namin nilang bola. Ayan na po. Sumiset up na. Baines. Tanga na, Ben Simmons pala yung point guard nila dito. Uy, tali mo.
Now to see the defense exhibit some passion and protect the rim right there.
Now here's Durant.
Uy, shit, sayang.
Looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Tanga na mo, Baines ah.
The right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal. And you can tell he feels he should have had it still.
Whoa! In your face!
Throws it down. And
In your face.
all about the fans, Greg, since coming into the NBA. You'll often see him spending time with fans after the final buzzer.
It's something that he's made a habit of, and I hope that he continues it for the rest of his career. Taking the time to high five or take a picture with the kid is something that they will.
Bobo, pumasa!
Great way to make fans.
Bobo!
Right.
The pass to Enbiey.
Akin naman, boy!
Shea.
Layup.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, well, this was all started because of Che's recognition.
Started na the bottom, now we're here.
The gamble for a steal.
Ayun na po, Ben Simmons. Mukhang ng 3 points. Pinasa kay Harris. Harris, nidribble ang bola. Katapos si Durant na injury. Tumalon, tugpas siya. Kinuha yung bola.
Right, he is
Binasa ulit.
can fit into any system. And
Bukolog sa hindi ako nangingin ng bola, pinasa.
Really rare talent. I actually think Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Oh, shucks. Napigay kami. Sa totoong buhay, di gagawin ni Ben Simmons yun eh.
What he's good at. All the teammates that he's had, he's like certain types of guys.
Boom! In your face!
It doesn't care if he shoots 28 times.
Ano ba yan, Baines? Ano, Baines? Kaya pa ba?
He's an elite passer and he's
Uy, oh.
just good at it.
Still ulit, boy.
I don't think he gets enough credit for that. There's,
Ayun, oh.
you look at like the 2K rating.
Tayo na mo, Libert. Di mo pa yun.
That's part of his 2K rating, and he's good at everything.
Ano, binubo tayo dito, mga pre. Sentro. Quadruple double.
Remember the last time that happened.
To reach double digits in 4 different stat categories is something only
Sentrong wala pang rebound.
Jay has done something that guys like Jordan and LeBron and our very own Shaquille O'Neal never accomplished.
Now, here's Richardson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.
Ayun na po, Richardson. Ben Simmons mo titira ng 3 points.
Irving against Simmons. And Harris.
Kala ko may fade away. Atin ang rebound.
Nets leading by 7.
Let's go! Let's go! Alley-oop Lord.
Any way you can, he will provide.
Richardson outside. Simmons against Irving. And that was
Puta!
Simmons.
Totoo ba yun? May spot si Ben Simmons.
Outside, Katie. That's the chain.
Uy, puto-puto ako. Shit. Daya naman nun. Nakaligtas na eh. Sayang. Wala, Paul. Natatuloy ako. Nakakaya.
It's on Kevin Durant. And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. That's wrong, because they're drawn all over the board.
And Giannis was born on another planet.
Mhm.
We don't know what planet
He is
it was.
otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with.
I love it too, don't you? I love the
I
fact
do.
we got players from Latvia and Greece and all over.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks. And
Last mo, Kyrie.
one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like he's close to James Harden, but that step back
Tayo na.
he was taking there.
Kyrie versus Ben Simmons.
Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting.
Pasa mo sa boy.
You know?
Yan.
I think there's an
Screen.
with the European guys that is really useful for the role of the American style.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball, give and go, and it's not just like clear out.
Yeah.
Yan o, libre oh.
Look for Irving.
Yun.
And the three ball is good.
Libre ka boy eh. Ginangingi ng bola.
Early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Outside, Simmons. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
What about
I don't know, B.
Boston Simmons has? He makes defenders nervous, if you ask me. Such a difficult matchup.
It's his first trip to the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
So for the 76ers, the last game, a win against the Pacers in Indiana. The drive by Che.
Doklok sumasa.
To Che. Shoots from 12.
Ba't ko tiniro ah?
The 76ers trail by
Bobo.
6. Pass to Richardson.
Tayo na nagkalat.
Simmons feeling it out a bit.
Ayan na po. Harris.
Harris inside.
Buta.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back.
Durant, wala.
And finished up
Lupit
by
tumakdak
KD.
ni KD ah. Para walang injury oh.
Total steps for Durant to go
Huh?
from one end of the floor to the other. I mean,
Gay.
it's just incredible.
Gay dunk.
Here's Enbiey. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Bill, in 2009, Kevin Durant was just honorable mention in your book of basketball. Now, a decade later, where is he in your evaluation?
Boom! Puti ka lang si Ben Simmons.
You know, it was like the four
Sana all ganun kalakas.
sets cracked the pyramid, the top 100, and he was the number one player. It was like he was clearly headed to.
Puta tayo na naman ako. Nakalati pa kaloko naman yun.
I mean, when you look at his first.
Sa totoong buhay, hindi na totoo yun ah.
The scoring stats that he's had compared to all the greats, 2 finals MVPs. His teams have won every year for 10 years, regardless of where he's from.
Ang hirap.
There's just no way he's not one of the best scoring players ever.
Now, here's Che. After Josh Richardson was able
Ayun ang last namin ngayon.
Here's KD.
KD.
Takes it
Nice
off the
one.
glass. KD's got his second bucket.
And you never hear about it. Durant is very strong. That allows him to finish with shots like that.
Sarap ng Hall of Fame ah. Ben Simmons, mukhang titira ulit ng 3 points. Inasar ko nagti-3 points si Ben Simmons. Inispatan tuloy ako.
And the 76ers
Sakto yan.
take on 2 more.
Well, even when you are right in Harris's face, he feels at ease rising up to the J. You can only do so much against this guy sometimes.
Now, here's LeVert.
LeVert.
Numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Che passes to KD. 2 points. That one goes.
Let's go.
Durant's got 6.
Durant gets
Such a
6.
well-rounded offensive player. He's got a full board of everything.
Outside, Simmons.
Ben Simmons, mukhang paporma, mukhang i-step back 3 to ah.
Over Irving.
Mispat na naman na ayop. Inaasar mo kami pre ah.
Nets leading by 5. Durant with a wide open look.
Niluwa ang puta.
Rolling around and runs out.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Right, he take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 8.
Richardson.
And here's Richardson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good for a second make.
Shooter yan.
So far. And the first time out call of the game for Brooklyn. Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league, most have been around for a while. Is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book that there's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and...
Puta, ayos yan. Ba't gano'n nahuli nila ako? Kalokohan.
I would like to see that. I would also
That's bull!
bench celebration award. Certain teams just have these guys.
Hall of Fame pa. Hall of Fame pa more.
They're good at fist pumping.
Ayun na.
First guy during the timeout, running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
Oh,
they're waiting at the scores table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s Clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Now here's Enbiey.
No, tumugusahan yung bola.
Knocked away. Burks the best for Enbiey.
Shit. Hindi mapigilan yan.
Getting off the ground fast.
Dinokdakan tayo mga pre.
Animal when it comes to hammering his own.
Shade with the bucket. Shade's got 10 points.
10 points pa lang.
Another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Korkmaz passes to Burks. Now Robinson. Shot clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds.
Excuse.
Check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Brooklyn, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course, there's the 76ers, a couple spots below.
I think for the Nets, they have caught me in off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in.
Boom!
Yeah, Greg, I mean, they had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about they knock seven? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now, here's Burks. He's been patient so far. He's
Hala!
not on the scoreboard yet.
Foul yun.
Name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they did.
Moses Malone would be my number one pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant, 83, they won the title in Philly. Really gave Kareem a lot of problems, and was just awesome, and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first.
Ever.
Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They were tape delaying games back then, and we didn't have league pass. We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure. He's going to need something in my book.
Now here's Crawford. Tries it from 9. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Korkmaz.
Let's go, let's go.
Sixers with a completely new group now.
Let's go.
Baines passes to Faber.
Charis ko tapat ko.
He's got 8. Harris.
Puta ko. Let's go.
And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
Kumakaligtas ka man. Bandana party.
Here's Richardson. Now here's Simmons. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
Kuha rebound.
A struggle.
Ana.
Their shots aren't dropping.
Shoot.
It's reflected on the scoreboard. They need to put everything they have into getting high percentage shots.
In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Aaron Baines out there with Harris. And it's Stiebel in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The 76ers trail by 13.
76ers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David.
Buta! Let's go!
Shea in the last game against the Jazz had quite a performance.
Super layup.
The points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Now, David, in stretches, he was absolutely down. Greg, he left to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes.
Ay, nakaban-ban pa naman ako sa free throw.
Again.
Yeah, Greg, it's all about getting into a comfort zone.
Yun, pasok pareho.
If he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way.
Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple of years when they realized they didn't have quite enough.
Okay.
And instead of
Okay.
being pulled into teams,
Goods, goods.
they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
And still stay competitive.
Goods yarn.
Yeah, they.
Ben Simmons, step back, fade away 3. Wow, fade away nga. Yung panlupit. Ang palapit na Ben Simmons dito, shooter.
That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other.
Ay, buoklogs.
The goal is to try to accumulate assets.
Ooh, nice one.
I think the smart.
It's a trap.
And you love this with Shea, the ability to see the whole floor and find the open man.
Richardson against Woodford. Richardson, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for
Nah.
after that one.
Down low. KD passes.
Nice.
To go. Allen's got 6.
Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
Outside, Simmons. A step back shot here.
Iba talaga si
Here's Baines.
Ben Simmons.
No good on that one. Great D that time from Shea.
Ang lupit talaga ni Ben Simmons. Kumukuha ng 3.
Here's Irving. Lays it up.
Bahala ko, hindi papasok, Kyrie.
Defense at that. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night. The 76ers trail by 21. And Simmons kicks to Richardson.
Putik yan.
Here's Harris. And a lot of
Sa-
on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's up.
Hindi na uli.
When you look at the all-around game appearance, he's even been good from the free throw line.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
Let's go.
The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid. Shoot 2.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. You've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments.
Ano, Ben Simmons?
And I think as you get into that and you start doing
Ganun
it,
gumalaw, Ben
it just
Simmons.
becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed.
Pinasa agad sa akin, hayop.
Better idea to do in the moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing.
Hanging by a moment here with you.
Figure out what
Saan hindi ko nakuha siya nakuha?
with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly is the coolest part.
So it's Philadelphia now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Here's
Ben Simmons! Tumitira na naman, hanip ka. Hindi kita madaling uyo.
The rebounding has been
Tabi mga boy.
and it's good for 2. 20 points for Shea.
20 points, 20 points.
Loads of buckets. It's raining buckets.
Buckets.
Here's Simmons. Following the
Padaanan niyo ako, hype kayo.
on the wing, Harris. Over Shea.
Itong rebound.
Last game for
Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant.
against the Utah Jazz.
Naku.
I felt like they attacked.
Jared Allen, Jared Allen.
They knew what they wanted to accomplish.
Sentro na 7 lang ang rebound.
Everything, and they certainly played with a ton of it to get that one.
And here are the 76ers now. Jared Allen making. They need this.
Uy, shit.
Richardson no one.
Hindi ko na nga susundan, hayop.
Brooklyn's got fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Let's go!
Talk about
Pa-time out sila eh.
shit on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Timeout called the 76ers.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot
Not
of
enough toughness in the interior.
Jared Allen. Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Foul. Rep.
in that game was amazing.
Di sadya, di sadya.
And controlled the force too.
Baines, nagharap ng kakampi, papasahan, nagharap ng papasahan.
Embiid's checked in.
Pinasa Richardson. Ben Simmons. Tumalo na naman, tumalo na naman.
Shot clock at 5. Embiid dishes to
Titira yan si Ben Simmons, panoorin niyo mabuti, titira yan.
Irving.
Alright, let's go.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger
Chuk.
team. A plus
Nice pass, oh.
advantage tells you
Ganun dapat yun, oh.
you need to know. That's their third straight make off an assist.
Philadelphia has gone 0-2 from deep here in the center.
Ayan na po, Richardson, pinasa na naman kay Ben Simmons. Iwanin si Kyrie, step back, biglang 3 points.
131.
Iba galawan, iba galawan. O yun to, favorite mo ba?
Defensive rebound. And the
Taay na naman, no?
Simmons got 4 this quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued.
Tabi, mga pre. Shit, ba, trip.
Well, Bill, yet another engaging conversation. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Yeah, next time let's talk about the hard salary cap. I think the people really love that one. Yeah, I have some ideas.
You'd make it
I have
interesting.
some luxury tax ideas. Yeah, we'll get super technical.
I would be here for that.
Okay, okay. Tobias, pinasa na. Yari na, Joel Embiid, piling Kobe. Panis. Oh, puta, gumagano ka pa.
He's been successful.
Hindi kayo pasok, gago. Talo kayo.
There's a fearlessness, but also great humor.
Ay, bobo, bobo. Bobo, mamasa.
To the inside. So it's
Richardson. Sino ba ito Richardson na to?
His teammates better.
Ay,
Consistent and looking to get them going.
Irving kicks to Murray.
Ay nga to, tingnan natin lakas na ito ng Embiid.
Shea with it. Embiid's there.
Saba. Mali. Ay, butata!
Hard work on the defensive end.
Hindi marunong pumika, puta.
Making his presence felt with blocks like that.
Ay, puta, ina mo.
Second chance up.
Ay, puta, ina mo.
And another shot.
Ah, puta, ina mo. Ano yung walang butata yun?
Embiid's got 9 points.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's
Yun, oh.
large.
Woo! Sino ka man, napalapit mong play na yun.
Goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
And the one-hand slam just looks
Let's
so
go.
great when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. It's been all about Shea for the Brooklyn Nets. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Nice, babe.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brent Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
I'm falling.
Have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been good.
Brent, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
No, 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 no.
And with a big gap on the
Gucci
scoreboard,
gang.
the second half begins with very different goals for these teams.
Let's go, let's go.
One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. While you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well,
beans, beans.
On that first half with his quick hands, great sense of timing
You know.
to pile up.
Labert.
Yeah, he's
Labert.
his tail, making his
Labert.
a great job.
Let's go, Labert. Salute.
The group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Durant out on the perimeter. Shea is out there with Jared Allen.
Ben Simmons, mukhang titira na naman po. Fade away na naman. Ay, gago.
Sideline reporter David Aldridge.
Sorry, that my bad.
He's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel
Buta.
away from never being in the NBA again.
Kalokohan.
Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
Oh man, pulling from his cheap bag of tricks, Shea uses the little up fake here to reposition the defender.
Pasok.
Great value in rim protection, Chris. Talk about
Buwa pa sa free throw.
that you have seen.
Pasok. Very good. Tambak na pala, hindi ko napansin.
Precedes you as a shot blocker. So as a shot blocker, you've already blocked enough shots that everyone knows, hey, I'm Rudy Gobert. Don't come here in here unless you want to get that shot swatted.
One rebound, one assist, triple-double. Let's go. Uy, na-steal. Kalye, Enbiey, layup.
I still have nightmares about Matumbo. Oh, come on,
I bet.
go to the next one, please. Come on,
Let's
get
go.
off shot blockers.
Here's Enbiey following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Excellent D there from Allen.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the...
Uy, shit. Sorry, Kyrie.
Well,
Irving passes to LeVert.
Ito.
Shea.
Paldagin natin.
Back to LeVert.
Tira mo na yan, Labert. Nagsayang lang ako talaga ng oras.
They'll get another chance.
Uy, pasok sa akin, boy! Bakit mo taranta?
And that's now 10 points.
Mo taranta.
He makes so many hustle plays. I mean, here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
Ben Simmons.
Simmons with it. He's got 12.
Ayan po, Baines. Tobias. Buta na naman, boy! Let's go!
Block shots when fouled, and I mean, you have great time in the body control.
Alley-oop! Let's go!
and the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about
Salute!
bringing it down with some thunder? Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Shea. Outside, Simmons. Here's Richardson.
Rebound! Tayo na! Duranto lang yung bola.
A little while to find their stride in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Joke lang, syempre fake lahat yan.
Now, here is Irving.
Ana. Yeah. Durog, Ben Simmons.
Shea's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions.
Ay, mukhang titira ng 3 points.
Right now, they need a basket.
Ben Simmons.
Simmons is
Titira yan. Ay, puta na iwanan na naman yari.
from the arc.
Okay, let's go.
Sixers with another miss.
Masyadong lakas ang pagdadasal kung di papasok. Kyrie Irving, titira mo. Bang!
A nice shot by Irving.
Bang! Triple-double, let's go.
Balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, it's just going dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Now here's Simmons.
Wala, foul siya.
And this summer, a 5-year,
Ano na ako na sa pagtalon eh.
For Ben Simmons, the Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop.
When I chat. I'm falling and bam 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 bam.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in.
Ay na, ay na, ay na, ay na.
Corkmont
Ay na, ay na, ay na.
comes in for Harris.
Ay na, ay na, ay na, ay na.
Comes in for Richardson. Oh, here's Jay.
Ay, bukologs.
28 points for him.
Hindi na isiksik.
Fast break Philadelphia.
Kinuha ko para magkalat ah.
Shot by Burks. Nobody around.
Nobody around.
Burks has got 6 points.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris.
Sino ba to? Oh, joke lang.
Harris passes to Che. And they double up Che. Back to Harris. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And Che.
Boom, durog eh.
This is what Che's coach loves
Whoa.
about high level awareness.
Let's go.
Philadelphia's gone 1-2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Crawford against Burks. And
Steal, oh.
stolen by Che.
Let's go.
Here we go. Fast break. with-
Alley-oop. Let's go.
Sit down.
Well, it's been this way for most of the night. Che displaying the vast arsenal on the offensive end.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They'll be playing host to Chicago.
Steal nyo,
for
steal
their
nyo.
next game. That'll be the latter
Steal nyo,
half of
steal
this
nyo,
two-game
steal nyo.
homestand.
Di ba sa amin ito naman?
Burks against Crawford.
Layup.
Burks
Boom, pasok.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Dali, dali. Habang di pa siya nag-ano.
Tonight, 50% exact.
Alright.
Allen.
Let's go. Nice pass, nice pass.
And that's 12 points for Allen.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Oh, wait lang. Like that. Let's go, let's go.
Simmons kicks to Korkmaz. Simmons against Dinwiddie. Now here's Simmons.
Puta, patay butiki.
D by Che.
And a big lead for them.
Jamal Crawford layup. Buta.
The backboard thus far.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously tricky, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Ang player na sugapa na namamasa.
For Jared Allen. Yes, you're talking about the Philly fans. They were even
Takal sayang.
in their conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah.
Still
they're
sayang.
nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal.
Salute.
They love you just as much as they boo you.
Now here's Simmons. 13 points.
Ben. Tumbling.
O'Quinn finds Simmons. Second shot opportunity.
Shit,
And
sayang.
Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got 11 points.
He seems to have a sense for where misses are going. Enbiey so fantastic at getting ideal positioning on the glass.
Here's
Paso yung sa akin. Paso mo sa akin, pre.
Dinwiddie dishes to Che.
Ayan.
And they double up Che. Kicks it out to Crawford.
Jamal Crawford for 3. Ganun lang na mga simple. Splash eh. Splash eh.
We see the possession. Take that from them today. Enbiey with the
NBA.
coming off a pretty pass.
Still oh. Putik sayang.
Pass to Embiid.
Tira mo Embiid.
Three.
Nagpush siya.
The assist from Simmons.
Ah!
4 assists in the game.
Makapag-react naman ako. Alam mo tambak.
You'll live with this. Enbiey really tested the limits of his range there.
Ang bobo naman. Nandun nangingin ang bola. Tangin na mo. Spencer Dick.
Bad way to lose a possession.
Robinson's checked in for Simmons. 76ers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Burks kicks to Robinson.
Simulator. Shout out sa isang nanonood. Sino ka man, Lodi. Maraming salamat.
The 76ers will go for a different look here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Joel Enbiey. Tobias Harris comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. Josh Richardson.
Let's go!
in the third. And Simmons subbed in for
Tagal naman may kumat sa gitnaan.
Just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Harris is out there at court Mars.
Pumaydaway na naman si Ben Simmons. Ang lupit talaga.
Group in the game for
Dali na naman tayo. Tripan na naman tayo ni JC Ben Simmons.
and the shot goes down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not getting the ball up. He's passing with
It's a prank.
This lead the scores.
Now here is Harris. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
Layo ng rebound ko. Bola.
Jordan.
Steal na lang natin bola.
Okay, the best
Steal na lang natin yung bola.
who
Alley-oop!
brings the fans into the game. There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on the contract,
Love
or
City.
the most bang for their buck, you gotta look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract.
Siakam.
Guys that,
Siakam.
so you can always find young
Steal ka na naman, boy!
for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time, but the most valuable player continues to be the top.
Sentrong Stealer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Sanay na sanay sa sundutan sa Quiapo.
To Simmons. Shot to
Yari, boom, nakawala. Binawi niya lahat ng mga spot niya.
How well Simmons used that to get to the lane.
Fake.
To get to the hoop. Perfect.
Here's KD and another assist.
And another assist.
Another assist.
Another position, another assist.
Guys in their spots.
Ayan naman po. Tobias. Tira mo, Tobias.
Kicks to Richardson.
Tira mo, Tobias. Block.
Over Anderson. And that
Ako foul mo na.
coming up. Officials on the call.
Paano yung foul yun?
It's going to be on Shea. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Brady's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Now here's Shea. Crawford, no luck.
He's got to do a better
Ano ba yan,
job.
Crawford?
Team paid for their mistakes.
Jamal.
Rebound.
Tangin, boom, kinain ng buhay, patay na.
Able to get that one to go.
Patay na si Neto.
The G League going by leaps and bounds. One is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean,
Paul yun, daya.
let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
They love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh my
They'll
God,
love it.
this
You
is
better believe
great.
it.
Mexico
You better
City,
believe it.
let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that.
Fourth quarter na pala, ang bilis.
So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico?
Foul counted.
Excited for their team? Oh, I want to be in one of the first games.
Jamal
With that
Crawford.
atmosphere. I know
Boy ka pa pala,
it's gonna
Jamal.
be sick. It's gonna be crazy. I want to be there.
Bigyan mo na, boy.
And that one falls.
Nice
for
one,
Jamal
nice
Crawford.
one. Brooklyn.
76ers with the ball. Passes to Thibault.
Thigh ball.
Here's Korkmaz. Scott the pass to Korkmaz. Here's Thibault, guarded by Crawford. From deep three-point range, the 76ers
Let's
again
go.
can't hit it. The Nets have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth.
Puta na, tinira agad yung Dorota puti.
Gets it in that close to the rim. You're a good option. He's so good.
Itong buhay, kaya kaya yung Dorota dakdak yun eh.
You just give the foul.
Well, Kevin Durant was highly sought after following this past season, and Chris, you knew his decision would have a huge ripple effect across the NBA.
Okay, Scott, pinasa kay Netoy. Pel, pinasa kay Taybule. Taybule, pumuporma. Dribble, Taybule. Pinasa kay Scott. Hindi niya naipasok si Scott. Okay. Crawford, libre. Bang, Sirin!
Crawford's got 13 points in the second half.
Double team nyo pa kasi ako eh. Netoy. Binigay ko kay Korkmaz. Pinasa kay Taybule, pumuporma, Dinrable, sasalaksak yung bola. Naagawan ng bola, tinatakbo, pinasa kay Durantola, layup for 2. Nice one, very good.
Alternatives, what do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Just think about the All-Star game in 2019.
Okay, Taybule, pumuporma. Pinasa kay Pele. Si Scott lumayap, very good, nice one. Dined ba na lang ang bantay sa ilalim, hindi na binantayan na maigi. So Kali Irving binigyan ng screen. Hiningi yung bola ng Sugapa Lord pumorma. Boom! Bensinin, yari na. Okay, pipretro po si Mabagsik pipretro. Isa sa mga banban na free thrower to. Okay, kitang-kita naman. Taybule ay Robinson the third, pinasa kay Netoy, tumira ng 3. It's good. Libreng-libre si Netoy. Okay, Johnson, pinasa. Libreng-libre. Pinasa ulit kay Claxton, lumayap, very good. Okay. Netoy, binababa ang bola, pumuporma. Dumidiskarte, binasa kay Taybule, nandun lang din naman. Lumayap, butatan, lumupanot. Okay, tinira ni Pele. Nice one, Pele. Okay, binababa ng bola, Mabagsik, dumidiskarte, umiengwang. Okay, nice pass, oh. Tinira ni Anderson, napakalupit ng pero walang nangyayari. Robinson ng rebound, binababa ang bola, dire-diretso siya. Parang dadakdak, dumakdak nga, ng puta naman, napakalupit. Crawford, pinasa kay Mabagsik ang bola. Pinasa kay Anderson ang bola. Foul, may kasama pang foul. Anderson, free throw. Okay, unang free throw. Mintis. Ang score po natin 140-19. Lamang po ang Brooklyn Nets. Anderson, pangalawang free throw. Pasok. Okay, baba na. Netoy, binababa ang bola. Naghanap ng diskarte sa buhay. Pumuporma, pinasa. Napunta na kay Taybule, dumidiskarte, Taybule. Diskarte. Pinasa ulit kay Netoy, pinasa kay Scott, tumuporma. Pinasa ni Scott kay Netoy, mo i-step back. Pinira ni Scott, wala. Okay, binababa ni Mabagsik ang bola. Pinasa kay Claxton, pumake, umakay, lumabas. Pumuporma, joke lang ulit. Bobo, yun lang, daming ginawa. Wala naman palang tama. Bobo! Nagkalat po siya, naka-score po ang kalaban.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish. Perfect example of how to run the break the right way.
Okay, Crawford, pinasa Mabagsik ang bola. Mabagsik umikot. Pinasa kay Crawford pala, Boklogs. Ayan, kinaldag. Pe-fade away sana, pero napigilan. Hiningi ulit ang bola, sinugapa na. Kaya na, ginamit ang pagkamama. Layup, bobo. Sunod-sunod na po ang mintis niya. Taybule, binababa, may diskarte. Tumalapit si Mabagsik, i-steal ata ng bola. Hindi very good, wala. Naipasa. Netoy, may diskarte. Atras ako, abante ka. Scott. Ang layo ng pasa, muntik na maaga ang bola. Robinson. Okay. Very, very good.
Will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34.
Pinasa kay Claxton. Very good. 20 assists by Mabagsik. 36 points, 15 rebounds at 20 assists. Yan po ang stats natin may Mabagsik. Okay, pinababayaan ni Mabagsik na ang bola sa gitna. Wala pa rin pumapasa. Kay Pele, ay ibigay kay Pele ang bola. Hinahayaan lang. Taibuli tumira. Pasok. Nilabas na Mabagsik ang bola. Pinasa kay Johnson. Kiningi ang bola. Pinasa kay Crawford. Puporma. Humingi ng bola. Dumidiskarte. Kinaldag. Joke lang. Tanga na, nagkalat na naman si tanga. Nilabas ka tuloy. Kingin mo, ang kulit mo ha. Okay, 7 seconds na lang po. Binababa ni Nepoy. Mong puporma pa siya rito. At di niya tumira. Panalo po ang Brooklyn Nets. 143 over 96. Okay, maraming salamat po. Very, very good ang laban. Napakaganda ng laban. Ngunit hindi nanalo ang kalaban ng Brooklyn Nets. Okay, tingnan natin ang mga nangyari. Magkano ang sahod? Mabagsik, 1,350 lang. Pwede na. Okay, mo i-interviewin nata ako. Dumdum 21, iShield 21. Okay, let's go.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to catch up with our special post-game guest.
Hey, it's Shaq. I just want to say, young fella, you made me proud. The effort, the intensity on the glass. Not everyone could do what you do. I hope you know that.
I mean, here's what I'm looking at, Shaq. Guys are on certain tiers, man. C tier is at the bottom, the most of the league. B tier, guys averaging 8 to 10 boards. A tier, 11 to 13 boards. And then there's top tier, baby. The S tier, the Shaq tier. That's what I'm trying to get every night.
That's bringing a tear to my eye.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
Okay, maraming salamat. Chemistry minus 5%. Fans, yan fans. Oh, 9,000 fans. Okay na yan. Bawi naman natin yan pag nag-team practice. Post-game show. Mabuta nga naman, interview pa ulit.
So what's your secret? Any tips for youngsters out there trying to work on that part of their game?
It's combination.
But I think studying film, it helps you out too, man. Knowing the tendencies of the guy you're guarding, knowing how the other team likes to run plays. It's also a matter of having the right scheme in place and knowing when you can gamble and when you can't. So some of it is making sure you study up, but some of it is just a feel thing that you can't really teach.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, Jay.
All right, guys. That'd be cool, right?
Alright. Okay. Thank you so much po sa broadcast. Gonna be ending now. Maraming po salamat. Okay. See you on our next broadcast. Testing lang to kasi chine-check ko kung gumagana yung mic. So thank you so much po. Maraming salamat sa sponsor, Alfonso Uno, Andox Liempo, Baliwag Manok, at Bangos Inihaw. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. So mag-out na po tayo. Paalam. Too sweet.